Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker, without a camera. How's everybody doing? Yes, I do not have a camera at this point in time. Walmart didn't have any in stock, and so I had to order on Amazon. It should be here by Friday afternoon, so maybe next week. No promises. Maybe next week will be a little more normal. Oh, let's see. Nobody's in here yet. What do we got going on here? Do we have anything going on? Yeah. So I have one person in here. If you're here, type in the chat. Let me know that you're here. I don't want to be here alone. I'm okay though. I'm okay. We'll handle it. If I'm the lone rider today, then we'll handle it and we will keep it going. Oh, they left. What do you know? So sales. How's sales been? Sales have been, yeah. Yesterday was real slow until the evening. Maybe that had something to do with me listing. Um, I went to Walmart yesterday to find a webcam, and instead I brought home a bunch of RA. That was amazingly good. Hey there, Beth. Come on in the chat if you can, or in the show if you want to. Anyway, um, and I knew it was clearance, so I knew it would be good, but it was actually great. I mean, I listed a piece already um, on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, and one is already sold for a lot. I'll just say I bought it for $3 and I sold it for 25. So, and that's just one piece, and I think total I probably had maybe 30 pieces. So, uh, and it's not all the same, but it's it, I was very surprised at how well it sold. So, let's see here. What's going on? Uh, um, let's see what else is going on here. And and then I did go to the thrift store. Yes, smack my hand for that. I shouldn't have went, but I went anyway. And found a couple of pieces of jewelry that I don't need, but I love jewelry, and you can never have enough of it. Hint, hint, there, Beth. um, so yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So look who's here.
Hello. Turn my. How are you? I can't be on camera.
Okay, I'm not on camera either, so we'll be the non-camera reseller today.
Can you go back and tell me what you got at Walmart? Because I missed it. I was rattling tissue paper.
I got, well, I'm not saying exactly what I got.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was like 30 items of.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good.
Good morning, Anissa. I must have listed the show, misspelled the hustle of the show. That's all right. You know what I mean. So, Beth, how's the move going?
Very overwhelmed right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're still trying to get out of the old house.
Yeah.
And so it's just, we're having a little bit of trouble with our landlord, and So, we broke our lease.
Right.
We have to pretty much do what he says. But
Right.
he's being a little too picky.
Okay, Anissa. She said I was just kidding. That's okay. It wouldn't surprise me if I misspelled it. So,
Sorry
that's
for
okay.
the. I'm trying to pack this package real quick.
You're fine.
The
You're
whole
fine.
day is planned by the hour.
No worries. No worries at all.
Almost done.
Good morning, Kelly. So yeah, if you get a chance, go over to Walmart and see if you can look for some. They had a ton of clearance stuff.
Now,
And
by
it was
clearance, how much you say you're like? How much are you spending? Like
well on
for
these
clearance?
on the certain thing that I bought, that I already sold one of them. I spent $3.25 on each item, and I
Okay.
think I got 8 or 9 of them.
Okay.
But there was other items that were $2 a piece.
Okay.
There were, there were things that were $1. They just had. It was like they wanted to get that stuff out of there like ASAP.
Right. Well,
So
I'm like really torn about this Saturday because I really need to go and get the rest of the pictures off the walls.
yeah,
But then I want to go to the $1.25 sale, and then I also found out that I got a coupon for 50% off at Value Village. And it's just like I'm so torn because I really need to get out of this house.
right.
And
Well,
but
I mean, maybe you could just take a little bit of time and go do what you need to do, and then come back and get back to it.
yeah.
You know, are you still working at your other job?
Yeah, working my other job too.
Oh
Yeah,
my
full
gosh,
time.
you need to.
Why did you think I wasn't?
I don't know. I mean, I think I would have tried to, take the week off or
Oh, I
something.
can't take a week off at a time. I took 2 days for the move, and that was it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That
we're
is.
both working full time.
Oh my gosh.
My house
Yeah.
looks like the other house looks better than this house. I've got my kitchen almost unpacked, but everything else is it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's okay. It's going to be like that for a while. Once we get out of the other house, then
Yeah.
things will feel
Absolutely.
better.
Anissa, it was not clothes that I bought. No, I did not buy any clothes.
Hi, Sally.
Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Todd.
Morning.
Howdy.
I'm not talking to Todd. He got snow.
I would believe me. I wouldn't be jealous of him. It's not all it's cracked up to be. That's for dang sure.
It was fun for a couple of days. You should have seen all the snowmen around town.
I'm sure.
I am sure. There was probably some really good ones.
They have snowman contests here.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I fell into that trap the first time it snowed here, but after that it was like, no, I'm not. No, not doing that. Not doing that.
Todd, do you clean your own pool?
Yeah,
Okay.
not very well.
Can you come down here and train me?
Oh, God, no.
I've had pool company after pool company out here getting quotes, and I finally found a guy that's reasonable.
Oh, that's
At
good.
least for a while, I'm trying to get my feet on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think it would be a really good idea to use a pool company for a while at least and just watch them when they're there and see what they do and try to
Well, we had the
duplicate it
filter cleaned
yourself.
out. We had the filter cleaned out on Monday. This guy came out and cleaned it. And then the guy that came you quote yesterday says, your filter's leaking. Guy didn't put the lid back on. He didn't put lubricant on. Now I got to come back out.
Oh, wow.
And they're funny.
Miss Shauna, good morning. So,
Even the experts don't do it right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's so many little steps to do to keep a pool. None of them are extremely hard. It's just you have to tinker with a pool.
right.
It's kind of like keeping up a collector car. You have to make sure that the timing is right and the oil is at a certain level, and just pick at it.
Yeah.
None of the steps are hard to a pool. It's just you can't let them go.
Right.
Well, I spent over $200 in chemicals this past week, and now I just found somebody to clean my pool for $165 a month.
Oh, wow.
If I would have just found him ahead of time, I wouldn't have had to spend all that money.
Yeah.
Well, the chemicals won't be wasted.
Well, he found they told me to put this acid in yesterday. I have a big box. It cost me a fortune, and he said take it back and get your money back. He says because I'm going to furnish all your chemicals, so just go get your money back. I'm glad I didn't open it.
Right. Once you figure out how to do it yourself, though, it'll be much cheaper.
It doesn't seem like it with the chemicals.
Well, the chemicals are still expensive, but you'll kind of figure out how to use them and do them. But anyway, but yeah, if you just want to keep your pool boy and be happy with that, then
Where do you get your chemicals? Costco?
I get them different places. I get them at the pool place. I get them at Home Depot. I get them at Walmart. I get them at Ace Hardware.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure once you get into the rhythm of knowing what you need and where's the best place to get them, like you said, it takes time.
It's just like right now I got so many other things to worry about.
Yeah.
Like I tried to find my hair flat iron the other day. I was telling Sally on her show I need to go to work. I couldn't find my flat iron. I was running around like crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to redo my hair. I was just like, ugh.
I pretty much let my pool go in the winter. I spend very little on chemicals. If the water's not warm enough to swim in, I don't care if there's moss growing on the bottom.
Well, we want to swim in it in a couple of weeks, probably. So.
Couple of weeks.
We're waiting. We're waiting for it to get a little warmer. But yeah, we have a heated pool, so.
Oh, it's heated. Oh,
yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Never mind.
Wow, I didn't even realize it was heated.
Yeah, so you can come visit any time of year.
Wow.
And then plus the spa is attached to it, so I want to keep the water, if I want to go in the hot tub, I don't want it to go in bad water.
Right.
So.
Wow. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, you've got to come down when you move here.
That's really exciting. Shoot, I may just come down next week.
Our next door neighbor cut a window in the fence so our dogs can rub noses.
Aww. That's cute.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Hank, you doing all right? How's your friction burns doing? Hopefully they're getting all healed up.
What are you looking at, Sally?
Coins.
Oh boy, you're really getting into that, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of. I got pissed off the other day because I found out that I didn't have the right thing, and I thought I did. I thought I was like a millionaire. And
That had to be discouraging, yeah.
and then I found out that I had the wrong thing, and I was like, okay, all these are going back up into their spots, and I'm not doing it no more for right now, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not playing with you anymore. So yeah,
Oh,
That's how I am with crocheting. If I make a humongous mistake, I put it away forever. I get mad.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
I used to not be like that, but I am now. I'm like, F you. See you later.
Well, I mean, if you put time into something, and then
Yeah.
you think you have something, and then you're disappointed, that kind of makes you
Mhm.
throw a fit and say,
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah. I want to start listing some stuff, but or at least drafting it so that whenever we can sell again, that
Yeah.
I'll have some listings ready to go.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Because I do have some stuff I can sell.
Well, that's good. That's good. So, yeah, Sally, all that stuff that I got at Walmart.
Yeah.
I sold one on Facebook Marketplace last night.
All of it?
One of them.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I paid $3 for it, and I made 25. So,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, very excited about that. I'm trying not to say it.
Yeah.
I want it to just come out of my mouth, but I can't give that one up. So, but yeah, definitely if you get, I mean, this is an item I was thinking about it, and I was like, when something like that kind of comes through and everything, I start thinking, I get dollar signs in my eyes, and I start thinking, oh, I should go to every Walmart that I can get to, and
Mhm.
yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I gotta stay grounded, and I gotta, keep
Todd,
my.
Todd, have you ever heard of a henny penny?
I think so. It's kind of somebody
Hen-
put a stamp on a penny and the- they sell them.
Well,
hen-
yeah, it's called a henny penny because it was a guy named Henny. He actually faked a bunch of. Oh, I think they were nickels. A henny nickel.
Well, it
Yeah,
sounds better with the henny penny.
I know.
He would have really had something if he stuck with the henny penny.
Yeah.
Henning, Henning, and yeah, it's a nickel, and he made counterfeit nickels dated 1939, 1944, 1946, 1947, 1953. And
And a counterfeit?
yeah, they're
Oh,
counterfeit. And but there's a can I screen share?
yeah.
I'll show you the difference where they actually were able to bust
Mm,
um
just waiting for you.
sure.
If I was going to take the chance on being arrested and thrown in jail for 20 years for counterfeiting, I think I would be counterfeiting $100 bills and not
Abs-
nickels.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so see how there is a hole in the R?
Yeah.
That was his stamp.
Okay.
So it was a counterfeit. a counterfeit nickel, and you know that's the regular R.
Right.
So if you ever find a nickel with those dates and they have that hole, I heard of one that sold in May for close to $1,000
Huh.
on eBay.
Can you, I mean, how can you sell that if it's counterfeit?
You can. I mean, people are collecting them.
Huh.
So,
You can collect it, you just can't spend it.
Right.
right.
So, and would that be, I mean, can you sell it?
Yeah, you could sell it because people will know. People will know that it's different. Yeah, and there's also a die crack right here.
Okay.
And it's missing the nut mark.
Hmm. Okay. Morning, Julie.
So,
Interesting.
I mean, you can sell even like Confederate States of America, you know, dollar bills as collectible.
Yeah.
They're not. You can't go out and spend one, but you can sell it as collectible. Yeah.
Right.
yeah, they're collectible.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'm just thinking too far into it.
Well, it would.
You know.
I mean, it wouldn't be the same as like selling a purse that's counterfeit, because when you sell a purse that's counterfeit, it's most likely going to be used,
Right.
and everybody's going to be seeing that name. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. For some reason, it's not. They're not against that or something.
Yeah. Well,
But I
good to
just
know.
I thought it was interesting that he picked those dates
Right.
to do the nickels. And what he was thinking was that he was just going to get rich off of putting them in circulation,
Right.
and
How could you get rich off of that though?
because
With a nickel.
with the what?
With a nickel.
Yeah, but if you have like rolls of nickels, you can
How many did he make?
a lot. Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to put a lot of nickels out there to make some money.
Yeah, but back then a nickel was worth about $1 worth of stuff today.
That's true.
right.
So, I mean, this is before World War II.
That's true. Yeah.
It was back when people made $1,500 for a year's salary.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
That must be 15,000 this year.
Huh.
Not a lot,
Yeah.
but it was more than last year.
Interesting. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
and those Henning nickels, they'll always look damaged or old.
Uh-huh.
They won't. You won't ever find like a shiny one.
Okay.
Do they have Jefferson on them like regular nickels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jefferson, and then you flip it over and there's the Monticello, and then there's a die crack that goes up between the U and the S of pluribus.
Welcome to the coin show.
Right?
Yeah.
I
It's
got-
interesting.
Hey, I got 2 tickets to to the gun show, but I ended up at the coin show.
I see what you did there, you little scamp.
Oh my gosh.
That was good. That was a good one. I'll pat myself on the back for that one.
Oh, you can't reach back there because your guns are too big. Ah,
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Man, we just created a monster, didn't we?
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Fun times on the morning show. Yes, yes, yes.
that's right. I'm glad to be back. Glad
Mhm.
to get back to normal, whatever normal is. It's hard to say these days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting cray cray out there right now.
I talked to a couple of different people today, and they're kind of scared.
I mean, it's the type of thing where you just want to, all you can do is stay in your house and kind of put your head in the sand and hope
Keep
put
your
your
gun under your pillow.
put your head between your legs and hope for the best.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
Well, not quite yet, but I mean, I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah. See, like, oh, that one has an object struck through it. I heard that they're like really making the they're like having the not armed forces, but what are they called? National Guard go to almost every, well, I think every state capitol building and protect them.
Right.
And then also they're like shutting down streets and stuff like that, getting ready for the inauguration.
Yeah.
And it's just there's a lot of people that are really scared that there's going to be mass rioting.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. They're just waiting for a reason.
And how much is your gas right now?
Mine's at 205, I think.
Mine's at 243, and it jumped 37 cents the other day.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, things about ready to get crazy.
Yeah. That's the scary part, because you don't want, you want people to be peaceful about stuff, and I mean, there's a way to get stuff done and be peaceful about it,
Yeah.
But there's some people and groups that don't feel like that. They feel like they have to be hateful about it, and it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Anyway, how were your sales, Valerie? Sally?
I had, what did I have? I had two on eBay and one on Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I mean, they're not fabulous, but they're, I'm still getting sales, so
Steady.
it is what it is.
I think I have 5 going out.
I sold a video game last night that I listed yesterday.
Good.
For $29.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it sold like within like 3 or 4 hours of me listing it. So I was happy about that.
Man, I like it when that happens.
Yeah.
But
I mean-
list something and you turn around and it goes cha-ching. You go, what was that? And you look at it. Dang, I just listed that.
And I have two that I'm awaiting payment on.
Hi, Jason. I haven't seen you in a while. He has 45 going out today.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, super good. What was I gonna say?
That's really
Yeah.
good.
Oh, I was whenever I sold that, I was like, I wonder if I listed that too low. that's like the first thing I think of whenever I
Oh
sell
yeah.
it that quick, you know?
Yep.
Like, did I sell it for too low? And I'm like, it's out of here. I don't care.
Yeah.
Be gone with you.
Yep.
You know, for $29, I could care less.
I can't believe sports cards have made a comeback, Jason. That's crazy. Yeah, I got 5 packages going out today. None of them are big
Good.
dollar items, but hey, I'll take it.
Oh wow.
He said sports cards are so hot. It's nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, maybe I should list mine. I have like a bunch of basketball cards. You know, like I know they have to be in a certain condition or whatever, but
Yeah.
Well, does it help when people get traded a lot? Like when they get another card when they were a different team? Because a lot of people are getting traded right now.
oh,
I don't know anything about that.
I don't either. I'm clueless on that part of it.
Yeah. I don't have any clue.
To be honest, Beth, it probably makes a difference to the people that collect that a particular team. Like, I mean, Babe Ruth is always going to be associated with the Yankees. That wasn't the only team he played for, though.
Right.
But so Yankees collectors and Babe Ruth collectors, that just makes one more thing to add to the value of the card,
Right.
because you got 2 groups of people who want the card instead of just a Babe Ruth collector or just a Yankees collector.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
he says,
Emmitt Smith will always be associated with the Cowboys, you know.
yeah.
So it's like that.
Jason said sometimes it does, like LeBron going to the Lakers. Laker fans wanted his card in the Lakers jersey.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. Totally. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning. Running late.
That's okay. Better late than never.
One of those days.
Somebody
Fish
should
and
produce packs of reseller cards, you know, put up.
that is true. I would love that.
There'd
That
be
would
a
be
large
cool.
group of people that would buy those, wouldn't they? Of course, wouldn't you have to have permission from every reseller that you put on a card to do that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It'd
True.
probably be a pain in the rear, but
You mean
That
like
would be
baseball cards, reseller cards?
yeah. You
just
put all of their stats on the back.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
That would be so much fun.
yeah, just put a picture of Sally up there, and then on the back of the card, you tell Sally is a gorgeous brunette from the northern part of the country that likes long walks on the beach.
She's a tourist.
But watch out for her because she falls down a lot,
Yeah.
and so you have to be prepared to catch her when she's falling.
Right.
And I will be, I surely will be cursing at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And then the back of Maggie's card would say, The nightingale voice of Maggie. The,
Aw.
the singing,
The old lady
the
of
singing picker.
Singing
Yeah.
picker.
Yeah,
That could be your name.
Singing pecker.
yeah.
That could
And
be my name. Hmm.
put a picture of
Ooh, that's tricky. Yeah, that's a good one.
Valerie on a card, and on the back, right, the picker who is never home.
The wandering
She's
picker.
always on.
The
She's
traveler.
always at one of her children's homes, spoiling grandkids,
Mhm.
and yeah,
The roaming picker.
the roaming picker.
Ooh, I like it.
See there?
There's all sorts of stuff we could make up.
Oh yeah. Kelly said she sold a Microsoft Flight Simulator game for $50 yesterday. Paid $4 at the Goodwill. Was
Wow.
still sealed.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
So Jason says, Fishing and Picking asked Jason, are the cards from the 80s and the 90s still worthless? And he said, most of the cards, let's see, that most of the cards are worthless except for a few exceptions: Jordan, Kobe,
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones, Ricky,
Hmm.
etc.
I've
So,
looked this one. I don't recognize that name.
So just the major players or the featured ones, yeah. Or the collectible ones.
it's available.
The trading card companies just went nuts in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
So the value just went through the cellar.
Hmm. So what you got going on today, Miss Maggie?
Oh Lord. I'm still working on this. I'm still working on this presentation I've got to do tomorrow night.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
You've been on that for a week.
I know. Because I'm also the registrar for the event. So I've spent the last 2 days sending out Zoom email links to everybody who's registered. And we have 250 people registered, so that's really cool. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Nothing related to reselling at all. And I'll be glad when it's over. Hey, Bum Crack.
Jason says they called it the junk wax era because the company's overprinted and almost killed the hobby.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many cards. Like there's so many copies of the cards,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many estate sales you can go to, and there's just boxes and boxes of those
Oh
things.
yeah.
Yeah, my kids collected cards like in the 80s.
Hmm.
And we would buy the box sets of the cards. And then later, when they had no interest in them, I thought, oh, I'll sell them on eBay. But there really was no value
Yeah.
at all.
I wish I had all those cards back that I put on bicycle spokes in the 1960s.
Hmm.
Why did you put cards on bicycle spokes?
So your bike would sound like a
Like it was motorized.
like
It was
a motorcycle.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I've never heard of that.
As the spokes flip past the card, it would flip the card and get it fast enough and sounds a little bit like a motor running.
Oh, that's so funny. I've never heard of that. I
Yeah.
never heard of a bike.
We used to raid Mom's wooden clothespins and
Hmm.
pin our trading cards to the frame of the bicycle where it would the edge of the card would be against the spokes. We probably ruined Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays and all the ones that sell for $100 a piece now, probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fishing and Picking said, question for Sally and Maggie or any CPAP user. I get my CPAP on Monday. Should I go out and buy a full or nose for my first mask?
They should have told you that at your study.
They should have fitted you with one.
They should have
They,
fitted you
they
for
should,
me.
when you go get your CPAP, they should fit you with a mask.
Yeah. It should come with one.
Yeah. So you don't have to
What
go out and buy one.
what did they keep you on? Like, what did you wear for the sleep study? Because generally, that's what they'll fit you with, whatever worked best. I know in my sleep study, I started out with a nose mask, and in the middle of the night, they changed me to a full face mask, and that's what I've
Yeah.
used since. So
Yeah.
when you get it, just keep using it. Even if you put it on and take it off in the night, or sometimes you'll wake up in the morning and find it off and have no memory of taking it off.
Mhm.
Just put it on every night, no matter what happens, and
Right.
eventually you'll get into the habit. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard. I mean,
It is hard. Yeah.
Brandon still fights with it. He would rather go take a nap on the couch than go in there and go to bed and put a CPAP on. Just because that's more comfortable to him. But he knows it's not good for him.
No.
Because
No. Yeah. Even for a nap, you really should use the mask. You really should use the machine.
there's a lady that I used to work with, and she was she got a call that her brother was in the hospital. He's in his 50s, and I guess he had all kinds of like heart problems all at once, and they said it was due to him having sleep apnea and not being treated.
Right.
Mhm.
And so he basically had to. He was nearly in a coma. Well, actually, they put him in a coma. They put him in a coma because he was like exhausted,
Mhm.
and so he was in a coma for a couple of days, and then they brought him out of it, and he's out of it now. But they said you have to wear a CPAP or your heart will just give out.
Yeah, it can be dangerous. So Fishing and
Okay.
Picking said I had to do my test at home and visits by telecast due to COVID. So
Oh,
I guess my question is, what mask did you use at home?
Well, it's because they do a home test
Right.
where you're not wearing a mask. It's just measuring your
Oh.
apneas and your the time span of your apneas and stuff like that. So I would say, and this is just my professional opinion, is I would say you need to start out with a full face mask. That's what I would do. I would just go right to a full face mask.
well, like usually, I think they usually ask you while you're in the sleep study if you go in to get one done.
Yeah.
They will ask you if you breathe through your mouth when
Right.
you're and you snore.
Mhm.
You have your mouth open,
Mhm.
and if you say yes, then they'll usually say, okay, you need to start with a full face mask.
Well, I mean, you remember the first time that you started using the CPAP. I mean, it's hard to control your mouth,
Yeah.
keeping your mouth closed when you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say right off the bat, I would just start using a full face mask. That's what I would recommend. So, Jason says, do those mouthpieces that move the jaw forward work like the ad set? They can. The mouthpieces actually can do a lot. They can work. But like I said before, you don't have a lot of control over your mouth when you're sleeping. You know, I know my mouth just pops right open. You know,
Yeah, mine too. That's why I have to use the full name.
so to get the full effect of the CPAP, I would recommend the full face mask.
I have a friend who used the dental appliance,
Hmm.
and they said it worked. Like it kept her apnea episodes down, but it moved stuff around in her mouth over time. Like it actually moved her jaw and caused problems with her teeth.
Right.
So she stopped using it. I don't know that it's good to use that long term.
Yeah. Jason says I tried Fish and Pickens says I tried the Snorex mouthpieces, but they're costly. Yeah. Uh, I mean, there's, you know, I've come across a lot of people that have tried everything else rather than, so they don't have to use a CPAP. And in the end,
They go to the CPAP.
you still got to go to the CPAP. So why not just cut to the chase and just start using the CPAP?
Hi, Valerie.
Morning, Hickory Springs. So, um, yeah, that's kind of what I would recommend. Um, and if you have any questions about that full face mask or the CPAP or whatever, you can always.
You will be amazed at how good you feel after you start using it.
Yeah. Yeah, what I used to recommend putting it like the first couple of days, just put it by not use it at night, but use it after when you're sitting down watching TV.
Right.
And just to kind of practice, get used to the airflow, get used to the mask, how it sits on your face. So I used to recommend that for a couple of days when when I set a person up with it. But yeah,
Yeah, I did that.
Hickory Springs says I love my CPAP. I
Mhm.
had it almost longer than my ex-husband. Well, but
Todd, my pool boy is here.
uh-oh.
Cool.
Pool boy.
Yeah. I
Is
need
he all
me one of those.
muscular and tanned and
A little bit, yeah. That doesn't interest me.
It's wasting
just,
on you, Beth.
isn't that what people instantly think of when they talk about pool boy is like some cougar laying out there by the pool on a lounge chair with a little drink in her hand watching the pool boy work. Anyway.
OJ, what? He says, I've been absent so long. Do you have a new job, Valerie? No. No, I was a respiratory therapist for 15 years. So, my last job that I had before going full time was home. It was a home. I was a respiratory therapist, still am, but I I set up CPAPs is what I did, basically. So I did that for 7 years. So I kind of have a little bit of experience with it. Just a little bit.
No, not just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's a lot.
But I've seen it. I've seen it really work for. There was, I use this guy all the time for an example. He came in, his face was purple, like like purple, and he probably had maybe some other, maybe high blood pressure and some other issues going on too. But I'm sure a lot of that had to do with his sleep. And he came in, face was purple. He was he looked bloated, like swollen, and his eyes were just beet red. And he looked horrible. He looked like he was near death. And he got on the CPAP, started using it. I checked in with him because we usually did a 7-day check and then a 2-week check type of thing. And he said he was doing great. He came in after using it for, I think it was a month, and he looked like a different person. Like, he didn't have the red face, he didn't have the red eyes, he had none of those symptoms that he had then. It was amazing. So at that point, I thought, this really does work. There's something to this, because this guy he was dang near, he had one foot in the grave already, Yeah, I actually really enjoyed setting people up with the CPAP, because it was life changing for a lot of people. So Fish and a Picket says, I can't wait for it to come. I selected a full mask, but I want to use the 2 freebies on different types of masks. You know what? You can try the. I don't really know, because I haven't been in the business for almost 5 years now, so I don't know what they've got currently, but I'm sure that there's maybe some kind of a nose piece. Try something like that. Get those. A couple of those. Get the ones that go in the nose, and then you could get the one that goes over the nose.
I'm surprised they didn't give some kind of guidance, though. That's odd to me.
Yeah.
I know that every time I had the sleep study, they tried the nose mask first. I think because it's easier to get used to just a nose piece.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think a lot of people open their mouths when they sleep.
I think that happened. I remember that happening a lot, where I would set someone up. They were adamant about using a nose piece, or
Right.
just a nose mask, and they ultimately, they would say, I still feel the same. I don't feel a difference, and then once I switched them over to a full mask, they were like, yeah, it made all the difference in the world. So I'm a big believer of that. Sally, you doing all right there?
I don't know.
Fading fastly, fastly fading. Yeah, fastly fading. Yeah. I just made a sale on Facebook Marketplace
Yay.
for some of my lighting, my old lighting fixtures. I think they were they the I think they were the softbox. I don't remember. Yeah, I needed to get rid of those, and I sold them. So awesome. So today is a stay-at-home day, working, getting stuff listed.
Mm-hmm.
That's my plan.
Jason says, don't they mess with you while you sleep at the sleep steady just so they can sell you something? What? No. I mean, they have to wake you up. You know, especially if you go to sleep and you start, not breathing, they're going to wake you up and they're going to, put a mask on you and yeah.
Yeah, they put that. You start out with nothing, right? And they
Right.
measure all your things, and then they come in and they told me you definitely have the sleep apnea. We're going
Mhm.
to put the mask on you and test you with the mask. And then they put the nose mask on. And I thought they had like machinery where they were monitoring like my breathing and heart rate and all that. So after I slept for a few hours with the nose mask, the guy came in and he said, we're going to have to switch you to a full face mask. And he said, because you sleep with your mouth open. And I'm like, how can you tell that? Are you coming in and watching me sleep? And he said, you're on camera the whole time you're sleeping. I'm like, oh my God. I'm glad I didn't know that when I
Sally!
Wake up, Sally.
Just a few more minutes. Hang on.
Well, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go to the vet. So,
Okay, Beth, you take
you.
care.
Beth.
all right, it was
Hey.
nice
Have
to know you
have a
guys.
good
I miss
day.
you guys.
Bye, Beth.
Bye.
Hmm.
She's been so busy with her move. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I know. And she was telling me she's still working, she's working full time and moving.
I would rather be taken out and summarily flogged instead of
Right?
having to move again.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know. I know.
I don't think there's any way. I would have to just hire somebody to bulldoze all my stuff out of this house and dig a big pit and throw it all in there and start over.
Yeah. Sally.
'Cause our last move out here 13 years ago, I did it all with just me and a little help from the boys
Yeah.
with a truck and trailer. It took like 6 trips of
Yeah.
250 miles one way.
Wow.
And I got a 16-foot flatbed trailer. I mean,
Yeah, that's
we did it.
yeah. That's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of why I'm not taking a bunch of stuff with me. I'm not planning, I figure I'll buy everything new there. Furniture wise and appliance wise and everything. I'll just start fresh. Oh,
Well,
I
to tell
know,
you the
Kelly.
truth, we still have boxes in a couple of the back closets that we never even opened them after we moved them here.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
been 13 years ago.
That's crazy.
But I mean, we labeled them like this is baby clothes, and we're like,
Right.
we haven't needed baby clothes in 30 years. Why did we
Yeah.
keep these?
Yeah.
And the last trip or two, I was just taking drawers and just dumping them into boxes. I didn't care if they got mixed up or what.
Yeah. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you get to like an ending point with all that, then one of your relatives passes away and you get loaded up with 50 more boxes of crap.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Even Kelly says I get to look forward to moving in a few months. It's only two miles away, but still, I mean, that's still stuff that you got to move from one place to another, and ugh, yeah.
Yeah. We were packing up Mom for her move this past winter, and she would drag out stuff and say, no, you need to keep that. I kept it all these years for you. I'm like, oh my God, Mom. I brought home 12, the Home Depot medium moving boxes.
Yeah.
I brought home 12
Oh my gosh.
of just stuff she wanted me to have. And I was like,
Oh, Lord.
That's a lot of
Mom,
stuff.
really?
Mine's
A lot
got
of stuff.
trunk.
A lot of stuff.
I know these photo albums from our 1968 vacation. I don't know if I want those.
Oh man.
Really. Pictures like Crater Lake. Yay, there's Crater Lake. How many times can you look at a picture of Crater Lake? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Sally, what are you doing?
I think she's trying to take her hair off.
Oh, she's trying to get her bobby pins out.
Yeah.
Is that what she's doing?
I fell
Well,
asleep
she was trying to do that, and then she was falling asleep at the same time. So it was
It
like,
looked a little bit like monkeys picking fleas off each
what?
other at the
I was
zoo.
like, what are you doing? All right, guys. It's 9:03. Time to get to work.
Get to work.
Everybody have a great day. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye now. Bye now. Have a nice day.